So I'm back in Newcastle. I've come back down from Port Stephens, Nelsons Bay area, basically to have a visit at the hospital about my broken arm. So you'll see if you've been following, I've now got a new splint. They did want to put it in a full-on plaster type thing. I'm like, oh, come on, dude, seriously. I've been going around for 2 weeks without anything on it. Should be right, come on. So they gave me this little plastic splint thing to look after it, which is good because it means I can take it off and actually have a normal shower. Oh dear. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, if you don't know what happened, I was learning to paraglide. I hadn't learnt very well, so yeah, came down, broke my arm, had a bad landing. I did everything wrong, funnily enough, and anyway, next time I'll get it right. Unfortunately, I'm out now for probably about at least another 4 weeks, I'd say probably another 6. So as for today, I need to do some laundry. That's kind of where I'm heading right now. I did have a bit of a complaint on one of the comments on my last video. I think it was from Realist. Sorry, I don't know your real name, but they did suggest that they were disappointed that there was no footage of me folding up my underwear in the last video, so just rectifying that now. Looking to get some groceries. Jesmond Shopping Centre has a lot of good Asian food. Got like 3 good Chinese restaurants all next to each other. Anyway, picked myself up a Bain Marie special. Probably not their best work, but hey, $13 for a big one. That'll definitely do me 2 meals. And I don't have to try and wash with this thing because, oh man, washing up pots and pans and it's so difficult. And I'm going to sit in the car park of the shopping centre just to have my lunch because I want it hot. Then we'll get out of here. Maybe I should have eaten in the restaurant. And then I could have actually sat at a table rather than playing this game again. Alright, so I got plenty of water, I got plenty of food, I got plenty of diesel, and now I've set the sat-nav to Seal Rocks. I'm going to make it this time. Well, maybe not today. It is, what is it, 1 o'clock now. It's a couple of hour drive, not that that's a big deal, but one thing I don't know when I get up to Seal Rocks is where I can stay. Obviously it's a caravan park, but you know, I would prefer not to fork out that sort of cash. So I may even tonight stop in Bulahdelah because I've got somewhere there where I've stayed before, and then tomorrow when I've got a little bit more of the day ahead of me, I can wander down to Seal Rocks and and scope things out on the way down there as well. So maybe that's a bit of a plan. But good spot to stop for a bit. So I was here about a week ago, and I went up to the Bulahdelah mountain over there, but didn't actually come down to the river. So now I have. So I had a nice relaxing afternoon sitting down by the river in Bulahdelah, but it's, what is it, 6:45 now, so probably time to go and secrete myself into the bushes. So a bit of faffing about tonight to try and find somewhere to sleep. My spot that I stayed in last time, where I was commenting on why did somebody clear that space, I found out why. They put beehives there, so that meant I couldn't park exactly where I parked last time. I did try and sort of squeeze myself in just slightly away from the beehives, but it was all a bit dodgy. I could get myself mostly level in one spot, but the rear axle was twisted really badly, and I don't like leaving it all night like that. It's not good for it. Anyway, I drove up the road a bit further to another spot. There was a pretty wide trail just off the road, and I thought, I could stop here near a gate that was open, going into logging areas, no doubt. Went up the road a little bit further and came up against a big tent and everything all set up. So obviously somebody's living up there. So I thought, no, best not to stop right where they'll be driving past. I don't know what sort of people are up there. Who knows? Could be fine, but then might also not be. So kept driving. And then turned into another track and just got to the point where I couldn't turn around. So I'm driving and came up some beehives again. Anyway, there was an intersection where I could actually turn around, and I thought, well, there's actually a little bit of space on the side of the track here, so that's where I've stopped now. I'm just right on the side of a trail in the middle of the bush. Anyway, hopefully it will be quiet. Hopefully no one will come down here tonight. And if they do, hopefully they don't cause me any grief. But we will see as the night goes on. 6 a.m. It was a quiet night. Nobody around, which is always a plus.
Very calm morning again. Man, it's just such still mornings at the moment. It's amazing.
The first truck full of beehives coming by. I guess I better get up. I reckon this is an appropriate spot for breakfast. Not a bad spot at all. Watch me hug my cereal bowl. Come down to the second beach at Seal Rocks. Two beaches just next to each other. The one I was just at is around that point there. I'll just go for a wander up and have a look at the rocks. Not the most picturesque of locations just here for lunch, but I doubt that I'll get a parking spot next to the beach again. As I was leaving, it was getting pretty full down there, so I reckon I'm in the shade here. It's not a bad spot. Lots of birds around. It's amazing, so many birds. I'm just going to reheat my lunch, and then I shall contemplate the next move. I think there's a walk up a bit further, just that next headland across from the lighthouse. You can walk out there. I'm not sure whether it's worth it. Just looking at it from this side, it's a pretty high headland. Not sure you get to see a whole lot, so I don't think I'll bother going down there. What I might do is head sort of up a little bit further north, just a little bit up past Smith Lake. There's a little spot, I think it's Cellito Beach or something like that. I've had that on my list of places to go for quite a while, so I might drop in there and have a look. Cellito Beach and Bald Head, so there's a bit of a headland there as well. I'll have a look. Yeah, they have some ice cream. So while I'm cruising over to the next location, I just got to say thank you again to Kokoda who gave me a big super thanks. Thank you very much again. Not the first time she's done that, and I really appreciate it. And also Owen Capel, who also sent me through one. Thank you, mate. Very much appreciated. It really amazes me how generous people are with these things, and I guess you know, at the beginning of the year I was really struggling financially. I was on a very, very tight budget at the time, and I guess a couple of things that happened through the year that have changed that. You know, one, I sold my house and was able to get the cash into term deposits in the banks and things like that, which has made a big difference to my disposable income. And you know, just lucky at this time of year, or you know, this time of the financial system cycle, the term deposit interest rates are really good, so I've managed to lock those in for 5 years. And I think going forward I'm going to turn off the super thanks now, and you know, look, I really do appreciate everything that everybody sent through to me, and I appreciate the sentiment more than anything else. I think it's awesome, but I do feel a little bit guilty taking it now that I do have reasonable income. You know, I'm not struggling anymore. Things are a lot more comfortable. You probably noticed that I'm not worried so much about driving a little bit further if I need to, and I do actually get some takeaway food every now and then too, so but thank you very much, everybody. Very much appreciate it, and really your ongoing support, just commenting, liking, and being there is just awesome. Found a little park where you can access the lake just before the town of Smith's Lake, so I went down there and had a really quick look at the water. Other than that, all the way along Lakes Way you really couldn't see much of the water itself. A little further up is the actual township of Smith's Lake, so I went down to the bottom of the town there, down to Smith's Lake Park. There's a little cafe and takeaway food shop right on the edge of the water there. I think you can do boat hire as well there. Sat there for a few hours doing a bit of video editing, and then I decided it was time to carry on with my quest to try and find this Cellito Beach. Pretty lush looking rainforest area around here. Wow, it's cool. Got some little plaques, all the trees and things. There you go, it's a literal rainforest. No, literally, it's a literal rainforest. Looks like a strangler fig there. The roots running down. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's a good beach. And then got this little headland here, which I'm keen to have a bit of a look at. What do we got here? Just heading behind the headland. Oh, that's a cool little spot. Oh, now we've got a sea eagle over here as well. There's a couple of whistling kites and a sea eagle. Bloody hell. Walking up a little bit further, and oh my goodness, it's incredible. The view out to the ocean. Hey. Oh wow. Oh man, it's incredible. Look at that. This is fascinating, these egg-shaped things in the rocks. And they're only on this level, only in this strata of the rock. And they run all the way out, all the way up around the corner. It's only in that particular level, and each of them positioned pretty much in the middle. This one here is really big. It's big and elongated, but all the others are pretty much, you know, this sort of shape here. It's bizarre. Follow it down. I was going to say there's 3 more over there, and I thought they were in a different strata, but there's a fault line. So it's the same strata that slipped up. That's incredible. That really is fascinating. Oh man, well worth the trip down here. That's the highlight of the day. What a spot. It's interesting. Well, 10 to 6, guess it's time to probably go back and maybe find somewhere to sleep as well. Dinner will be corn and mango. I'm just lurking on the side of the road at the moment. I've come up a bit further now. I'm up near Elizabeth Beach. There's a couple of little towns here. I think Bluey's Beach and Elizabeth Beach. Pacific Palms, something like that anyway. But basically there's a little road that runs behind Shelley Beach. From Elizabeth Beach back over the Bluey's Beach or Boomerang Beach. So many beaches. My plan to sleep tonight is actually to sleep on the side of this road. Not exactly where I am right now, because I am right next to the road. But if I go up a little bit further, there's actually a bit of a gravel area. It's still only like 3 metres off the road, but you know, I'll give it a shot. I'm just kind of scoping out how noisy this road is. I don't think there's going to be a lot of traffic when the night gets on a bit later, so oh well. We'll see how we go. I knew it was going to be hard round here. There is a sporting field, but there's houses that look straight over the car park, and I don't like doing that, and they're very expensive houses too, so... Alright, just packing everything away, just been doing some video editing again, so I'm going to move up the road and park on the gravel on this side, and we'll see what kind of night's sleep I get. See you in the morning. How's that for a scenic view? It actually wasn't too bad last night. I think probably about 9:30 the sporting club must have closed, because there was about half a dozen cars that came past all in a row. And then I reckon it's probably about midnight again there was another batch of cars that came through. But on the whole, you know, there was just the odd car that came through like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and that was about it. So it takes me twice as long to do the bed with this arm. But anyway, I'll get it packed away and then go over to one of the beach car parks and see what's going on. Oh, windy and cold. I really hoped I could get the drone out and fly around that headland this morning, but it's way too windy for that. A little bit of colour in the clouds as the sun's coming through. Just coming on the far end of Elizabeth Beach now. Figured I wanted somewhere where I could park and see the water so I can eat my breakfast. Now, according to the maps, if I walk over here, I will be outside the national park, and therefore I can fly a drone. Stretching the friendship, I know, but hey, the rules are pretty clear. Not allowed to launch, land or control it from inside a national park. Doesn't say I can't fly over it. Well, it's 10 past 10 now. If you can see over here, there's a little tiny beach. That's Shelley Beach. And I really wanted to take you all over there and show you that. That is one of the most beautiful beaches I know of. Actually, really good snorkeling off there too. I've snorkeled off there a couple of times, and last time came across a Port Jackson shark, which was pretty cool. And although I didn't see it until I looked at my GoPro footage afterwards, but it was actually an octopus on the ground, on the ocean floor as well. Anyway, it's raining a lot, so that's not going to happen. It's about a kilometre walk to get over there. Well, I'm pulling the pin on this game. It has stopped raining, but everywhere is really wet, and that always makes it a bit unpleasant for walking around. So I'm actually going to head up into Foster, which is not far away, and loiter around there for the rest of the day, I guess. Got plenty of time, so I can always come back down here when the weather's looking a little bit better. However, for the next week, it's looking like rubbish, so I don't know. I'll spend the afternoon working out what I'm going to do next. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you found some of those spots really nice, because I did. There's some awesome stuff there, especially that Cellito Beach. That is fantastic. Anyway, I'll catch you in a few more days, and you can see what I'm up to. See you later.